just talking about Digimemes to start off the episode. You know how it is.
This episode was Garbaggio.
It's gonna stay
Garbaggio, because it didn't do things exactly like the manga did. It did something. It did things slightly different. It adapted it for anime. How dare it? Yeah, you know what? Manga just needs. I mean, anime just needs to be colored manga panels. Like, do the Shokugeki approach, where it colors it and it pans over it. That way you get the full experience of the manga with but you get it with colors and with voice acting. That's the perfect anime adaptation right there.
That's our intro. And that's our intro. That's our episode.
Please nobody think that I actually think that, because I really hate Shokugeki's adaptation approach.
I only hated it after Maz ruined it for me. I wouldn't have even noticed it otherwise.
It ruined itself.
Yeah, I feel.
We're talking about the anime. We're talking about the anime. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we're also that's a transition. We're also talking about the Promised Neverland episode 7.
Who knows what we're talking about?
Yeah, I've risen from the dead because I wasn't here last week. I killed Fate instead. Claps for that. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Great job. Great job. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
And I'm joined with the normal crew of Jack and Smurf, and to make it more interesting, we brought on Jackisboy, so we have 2 Jacks. But I wanted to call him. Thank you for coming on. By the way, big ups to 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, hell yeah! I just reached it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Jack is
100,000. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's like 1,000, but like 100.
just imagine. Yeah, just add a couple zeros. It's 100,000.
Yeah, you add a couple zeros.
I'll say that I watched some of your videos for the first time in preparation for this podcast, and I enjoyed them.
Oh, thank you very much.
I was like, oh, this guy hates Liz too. I can't wait to see his feelings on it. I was like, oh, okay, these are some interesting opinions.
Yes,
I did not expect it to be satire. I fully expected an actual thing, and I was really confused by
comment section.
My favorite. Your comment sections are the best because I feel like most of the time people can tell when someone's joking, but yours is always like the top comment is like, "Are you joking or not?" And to me, it's really obvious to me that you're joking. Like, I don't know if you guys haven't seen it. This is my favorite. Is like the Anime Man video where it goes from like the Anime Man is a fraud and I listen to him to fall asleep to like, yeah, like if a gun is to my head, I'd have sex with the Anime Man. To, like that jump, and people are like, yeah, you serious, fam? Like this is a real roast of the Anime Man. But yeah, like Jackisboy is like unironically my like favorite anime YouTuber. Like I'm not even joking. I love your stuff. I think you're really funny. Like this is like really funny stuff. So if you have not heard of him somehow, go check him out. I cannot endorse you enough. So I will call you Jackisman. But actually, I kind of want to call you Boy just so I can be like Kratos. Like boy.
Sure.
Boy.
Like the boy. Oh, Kratos. Okay.
Boy.
All right.
Boy. Yeah. Yeah. My
also,
favorite.
because we have 2 Jacks and it would just get really confusing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I like
Jack
it.
isn't even my real name.
Ooh, shit.
You stole my name.
We'll make it interesting. We'll keep it fresh. But
call me Fake Jack.
Which Jack? Can I just call you Phil? You're just gonna be Phil.
No, okay. I said Phil's Fake Jack, character. But Phil works too.
Okay, Phil.
Because speaking of Phil, he had some nice appearances this episode, and he was really cute.
Phil was the best in this episode, I thought.
As a deep cute character.
Yeah. And he actually had a few lines, and we actually got to hear his voice more than just "Yay, trains!"
I do like that.
My favorite part was when Phil went to Krone's room with the letter opener. That's like the knife. That was the best part.
That was incredible.
I love Phil. I love when Phil showed up in the letter and told Krone that he was watching the whole time. That didn't actually happen, but that's my favorite meme. Yeah, so this was a pretty cool episode. I start off every episode saying this is pretty cool, but this one actually had some like pretty big moves happening. Do you want me to put you on the spot, actual Jack, and ask what you thought, or should I bully everyone else first?
Oh, me, Jack?
Yeah, you, Jack, real Jack.
Yeah, you're the real Jack.
I could say what I thought.
You can be spicy.
I kind of liked it overall. Well, I haven't read the manga in a while. I was reading it weekly since it first dropped until like March of last year.
Oh,
but
shit!
Then I just fell off.
Okay, so So you've read everything that this season's going to cover?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I've read all
cool.
of that. This was like one of my favorite parts. The
cool.
Crone, whatever how you pronounce it. This is like one of my favorite like couple of chapters. I thought they adapted it all right. It's just my biggest problem with the whole anime is just the lack of the thought, like the mental.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That is, especially in this episode too, with the whole conversation of Norman and Emma talking to Crone, and they're like, that scene was kind of weak for me in this, but in the manga, it's just done a lot better.
Yeah,
I thought
it changes it.
Yeah. It was still fine though. I thought it was visually it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm with that complaint. I stand that complaint because that's my big thing is like I like the internal monologues and I'm still kind of perplexed as to why they don't have it. Like I just don't understand why it's not there.
I just think that
maybe they did
the director has like a vendetta against them or something because like that is a huge part of the whole like back and forth. Like it's the game. Yeah. Sorry, were you gonna say something? Yeah.
I think it might be pacing, maybe, because Neverland is kind of dialogue heavy, or at least internal thoughts heavy.
Yeah.
So if they don't do those, they can do it faster. And they're already trying to do like a 37 chapter arc in 12 episodes.
Which is,
I mean, I think they're going at a good pace for that.
Yeah.
Right now anyway. I think so too, I do wish they had the thoughts as well.
If they had the internal monologues, that would slow it down, I think. Like, I think, honestly, like, if an adaptation with the internal monologue, I think it would have to be, like, maybe, like, 15 episodes, I think. Give it all time. I don't know.
It should. I think it should have more episodes.
There's a lot of, especially, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I think, when there was the Ray and Norman confrontation when Ray, when they revealed that Ray was a traitor. There was a lot of time of just, like, facial expressions. They could have just put thoughts over
that's true.
Well, that's the thing is that, like, I think it's how you use it because you don't have to go full Death Note and just show, like, the screen of them thinking. Like, you know, in Death Note, how it's just, like, Light is kind of sitting there and they just, like, follow his thoughts. They can incorporate thoughts into them. Like, they can do the characters having actions while thinking. You know, it's kind of like they can breathe and walk at the same time.
They can make it creative with it, like Kaguya-sama, which is this season. That's like that pulls off the mental monologues like really well. Like could have done something like that.
Yeah. That said, like the silence, I don't think is a big issue because I think the sound, how they use sound and silence is cool, and like the soundtrack, I noticed they kind of use it sparingly. Was I the only one that noticed the soundtrack?
Yeah,
especially in this one,
But so I think they're trying to use silence along with the background music and the dialogue. So they might not want like internal monologue to mess with that, but at the same time, internal monologue, that's like that would made it like so good. I mean, it's still good.
I think to get to actually talking about this episode finally, I think they did a really good job. Even though I would have preferred to have the internal thoughts, I thought they still did a really good job of kind of showing off some mind game aspects, like especially with the Crone conversation at the beginning when she's like, I see you already knew all this stuff, and they're like, wait, what? And she's like, well, yeah, because I told you it was in your ear, and you never
that thing was
never reached
cool.
for your ear to check, and it was like, that's like super clever. So even without the internal thoughts, I thought this episode was like the first, maybe not really the first time, but it was one of the highlights of the mind games showing up even without the internal monologue, which I really, really liked.
Yeah, definitely. I did I like that a lot. And then this might just be me, but I thought it was actually kind of cute how like Ray is like taking pictures of everyone. I don't really remember him doing that, but I thought that was like a really like cute thing where because he feels like a kid, but like still like savage Ray, really smart Sasuke kind of dude.
Yeah. I remember he had the pictures in the manga, but it didn't show him taking them. So I like that they included this, or instead of like in the future going back and be like, oh, look at these photos I took. So it's like it shows him taking them.
Mama is extremely photogenic.
I know. When I saw the picture, I was like, "Whoa!" It was totally like posed, like a total portrait. And it was just funny because like he had just turned and kind of like snapped, and like she just kind of stood there. It's like, okay,
she was Mona Lisa. She was almost a Mona Lisa like pose.
Mama Lisa.
Instant.
Mama Lisa.
That's the worst joke I've ever made.
How do I say? I had a boner.
Oh God.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more relatable to like the Norman and Emma, where like someone takes a picture and it's like, yeah, look at this, look at these fools over here.
Look at you guys are idiots.
Look at these clowns. Yeah, I could see like Ray just laughing at them, like, look at these clowns, my friends. They can't take a picture.
The weird thing about that picture, though, like, I don't think they were making that facial expression during.
Yeah, they just look surprised, but in this one, they're just like, what? What are you doing?
They were standing still. It was weird. It looked more like from the crone scene when they're interrogating about the ear things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they did good with the, like, I think even though I'm definitely missing the internal monologues mostly because sometimes it just makes them look dumb. I do think like they're doing a lot of cool stuff with the directing and cinematography. And it's a lot of like, they don't even need to do it, but they're doing really cool things. Like when it struck midnight and they showed like everyone in their various positions in the house. I thought that was really cool. And then they have like the way Crone opened up the door and was like looking at them.
Oh, that like spin as it
like up. This. It was like the tilt,
so,
right?
Like Dutch angle sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
And I thought that was kind of cool.
They did a good job with that because then you can like. I feel like I didn't miss. Like I do miss internal monologues in general, but for that one scene, I was kind of cool with the silence because I felt like it was really intense between the two. Like I think they did a good job with that, but. It would, it would be cool with the balance, but they did a good job with that scene. But I want to set the doll on fire. Like, I absolutely hate it.
Dude, fuck that doll.
Yeah, the doll's weird because I feel like it kind of makes Crone seem like she has certain issues that never really was indicated that she had. Like, I don't know, the doll makes me think that, like, she, like, she tried to give birth and the baby died or something like there's something weird.
He ripped the head off the doll a few episodes ago and I was really excited because I thought that meant the end of the doll. So I was like, cool, we're done with the doll shit. Like we don't need this. Then she brought the doll back and I was like, no, we're still here with this. And they kept doing the thing where like the doll's eye looked creepy or like the head would fall off because she ripped it off. And then
like fall back and just stare like Norman right in the eye, like right in the eye. I was like, oh jeez.
Like they're kind of laying on the heavy symbolism of like, oh look, the kid doll thing is dead, and so will you be soon, like that kind of shit. And I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it just also makes her seem a little too crazy. Like she was kind of unhinged in the manga, but she still felt like grounded in a way. Whereas this time it's like, because it's like you felt like you can see. That you can believe that like she's capable of getting a promotion, where in this one it's like she's so crazy that you think how on earth did she not get like how on earth she didn't get like a what's it called when like failed yet? Why didn't they fail her?
Chipped out. How was she
surviving?
She was intimidating in the manga, but in this she's like, okay, I'm just mentally insane. They just they took it a little far with that doll.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the doll. I hate the doll.
They didn't want to do the inner monologue, so they gave her a doll.
Like, that's the thing. I'm so salty. Like you guys will not have her think, so you'll have her sing at a doll. I think the singing gets me too. Like, why is she singing her plan?
Singing.
Like, I'm gonna ship you guys out. Like, come on, that's weird. It's really weird. I don't get it.
I do think the voice actress does a good performance though.
Yeah,
like really good.
Yeah, like she's killing it. I just don't like whoever gave her the lines to do that. Like, but she's doing good.
She's doing good.
Yeah, so big ups to her. But I think it was kind of cool because, I forget who she is. I don't know, but good jobs to her. It was cool because today we got like the confirmation that Crone came from the farm. Like she's a farm kid. And then we learned a bit more like they can't leave because they have the chip in them, which was some cool like world building, characterization, whatever, like more background. Okay. So she's more than just the doll singing slasher. Like,
speaking of complaints, though, back in chapter 3, they did this really cool thing where they had like Mama look in the mirror and like you got to see her tattoo, and she was like, "I will survive," and it was so cool. And then like they never added it to the anime, but now that we've got like official confirmation that like that's how the world works, I'm still kind of mad that like they left out that panel or that little scene because it was so cool, and it makes me think of that one song, like
the opening
the
song,
one where
not the opening,
like boppy, the kind of like boppy one by like I think Gloria Gaynor or something. But yeah.
Oh, anyways. I Will Survive, the actual song. I thought you meant the anime.
Yeah.
I thought you meant a weeaboo song, not like this actual song. It's like, you mean the song she was humming? I was like, I like the connection, but it's
the
not
one
it.
Where it's like,
I will survive.
And it's like I know you. I won't sing it, but yeah.
No, you gotta sing it because Krone sings it, so you gotta sing it.
No, thank you.
Okay.
The entire song, live on.
That's what the opening should be. But yeah, so that was kind of
that definitely won't get us a copyright strike.
Well, will they do it? They can't do it, can they?
No,
wait, I don't want to ask. They can't pull that.
It's a cover. It'll be fine.
At that point, it's a compliment to Jack. Like, you sound so good that you get a copyright strike.
Yeah.
Yes, I would be really flattered. And also very skeptical.
Goodbye, channel. Thank you, Jack.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. But I think, so that was kind of cool. And like, they kind of did, because they might even show that scene later with Mama, but it's not really going to be like,
we kind
of have
the impact. Because in chapter 3, that was the first time we got the hint. It was like, whoa.
Yeah. Like, but this shouldn't be a reveal to us. Ruined. Yeah. So that's a big oof. I don't like what they did with that. That was take out the doll and show that scene instead. Like, thank you guys. But that was interesting. I feel like not that much happened when I think about it.
I'm a little bit annoyed.
It's one chapter.
Was it just one chapter?
I think maybe it's 2 because I reread the chapter.
Yeah, I read it too today. It covered several.
Yeah, I think it was a couple.
I was really annoyed, and I recall this happening in the manga too. So it's not like it was a bad thing from the anime, but I was really annoyed that we got 2 letters and it didn't show us what either of them were.
I know. One of them. Well, is it spoilers to say like if they're revealed or not?
No,
I'm not gonna say what it is, but like if it is revealed or not.
Well, I don't think either of them were revealed, so we shouldn't. Yeah, we shouldn't say it.
Okay,
because I don't even know what you're.
I honestly don't remember.
I think one of them
revealed. I'll just say it because the note that like Sister Krone finds, I don't even remember what that was in the manga. Like I don't remember if it's revealed.
I have no memory of it either.
No, I reread the chapters afterwards. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
Much happens of it.
I wouldn't say either. But But I was just a little bit annoyed. It was like, you're really gonna give us 2 of the same exact cliffhanger, like back to back. Like, come on.
I respect it because I think the implication is based on my Japanese knowledge of them saying goodbye. Sayonara always means like, this is it. I'm never seeing you again. It's like
a final kind of
like you always know, like saying sayonara is like a death flag in and of itself. Like you always know in like big shonen series with like if they're going away and saying sayonara, like they're probably jumping off a cliff. Not that Sister Krone is gonna jump off a cliff, but like the implication is like to Mama that she's like dead to her.
We don't even know where
I'm never gonna see you again.
We don't even know if there's a cliff around for her.
Can they jump
off?
Yeah, they
jump off the wall. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Would that kill her though? It's not that hard. It's not that
Krone smashed a tree. I don't know if falling from a cliff will like kill her.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know.
She's thick. She's got to get hammered down, but gunned down by something. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. But I feel like the implication is Krone and the doll are done, but we don't really know, and we don't know what the letter that Ray
I don't know.
wrote was.
That doll is like some kind of
and the doll.
And
that doll's like some kind of evil spirit. I think it's unkillable.
I feel like it reminds me of like a voodoo spirit thing. I'm really excited.
You can't kill the doll. You can only run.
What if the doll stays and Krone doesn't, and they keep running?
That would be so.
That would be the worst ends for me. Yeah. That would be like the worst. That would be the worst situation for me personally.
Maybe the doll is the him they keep referring to.
Wait, Jack, this is real Jack, not fake Jack. I got there's a really incriminating message in our comment section that says Chibi Reviews is my favorite character in The Promised Neverland. Do you have a comment on that?
He's my favorite character too. I love him.
I'm hopeful that we get the big Chibi reveal.
I like this comment that says that the letters just said nudes.
Said nudes. I do like that.
I know that guy. He's a pretty good guy.
He's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool dude.
He's okay.
He's my second favorite Promised Neverland character after Chibi Reviews.
Core loves Promised Neverland.
I like the comment that says that Crone has to pay for the McDonald's and the paper is the receipt.
Oh, that's pretty dang.
Or some shit, and fuck.
Yeah, wait. So I don't like. Wait, did you guys notice? Like the stuff that Mama got, it looked like she got more than just the like camera, unless it came in that fancy thing. Do you guys know like what Mama got, or if it was just supposed to be like special stuff?
I don't remember.
It was probably like
that scene was anime original, but I don't remember if any
I don't
of it
remember.
was back in
I didn't even
later.
notice it. I didn't even notice any other stuff. I
didn't even notice that.
Maybe that's like a 200 IQ take for me. No,
I noticed it, but I'm pretty sure it was the anime original. So
maybe that was the McDonald's.
Yeah, that was the McDonald's. It came in like because I wasn't sure because she said that Ray is getting shipped off in 2.5 months. I wasn't sure if that was like his stuff. Like confirming, like, yeah, you're shipping off Ray, but then he got a camera, so I wasn't sure.
He got a camera,
yeah. Like when you get shipped off, but you get a camera ahead of time to make up for the fact that you're gonna die and get eaten by demons. Respect.
But that was his last reward, according to Mama.
I definitely want McDonald's over a camera.
Wasn't he getting something like every month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he's gonna be gone in 2.5 months, like what the fuck? Like
maybe that was like
you don't get something
a shipment of supplies or
the next
something.
month you don't get anything.
Maybe that was like the kind of supplies. Excuse me. They get every month or whatever. So there was maybe I don't know, like Band-Aids or just other kind of stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked kind of weird to me, but not in a the show fucked up weird, but in a this is suspicious weird.
Also, isn't it kind of weird that Crone said that there are no, or I guess Crone didn't say it. I guess Norman said that there's no blades in the house, and then Mama shows up with a letter opener.
Yeah, wait a minute.
She probably has control of it, or it's like letter openers aren't sharp,
Well,
got bashed. Yeah.
They're
well, it looked a bit intimidating to me. It looked a bit
they're like butter knives. Like imagine trying to cut your ear off with a butter knife. That just sounds horrible.
Hey, some butter knives can be sharp.
If you sharpen them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
you think Mom is sharpening butter knives?
They can find some rocks out there or something. They can sharpen them.
That's true.
What about that ball that they hit
the wall?
What about the ball that they hit that kid with a few episodes ago? Someone kicked the ball and that dude looked good game. He was done.
Wasn't that Phil?
I feel like it was Phil, but I'm not sure if I just project.
They just got fucking annihilated.
Every random kid is just Phil. I
love it.
Think about it like that.
Phil is the biggest 200 IQ aspect of the show because everyone is why is Phil? What is Phil doing? Phil is orchestrating this entire event. Phil is the traitor. We revealed the traitor, and people are nah, Phil is the traitor. And Phil is playing 14D chess.
I bet Ray is actually just lying.
Ray is confused. Phil. Ray thinks he's the traitor.
I'm the traitor.
Yeah.
Turns out Ray doesn't actually know anything. When the secret of the house gets revealed, it turns out that Ray actually didn't know anything. He's wait, that's what it is? I had no idea.
Yeah. He's just faking it. He's oh, I bet it's how this is. And then it's just how it turns out how it is. And he's oh, okay.
Phil is going to save the day. I respect. Put some respect on his name.
I respect him.
Yeah.
I love him. He's cute.
Look at that. I feel it's intimidating whenever I see his face. When Jack talks, I'm just oof, is he going to get me? Is this going to be it?
It's so large, the mouth on Phil.
All the better to eat you with.
So cute.
Yeah. Wait, someone brought this up, and I think this is this isn't relevant, but I thought it was really weird how someone thought that Phil was autistic because he kept talking about trains, and apparently that's
he doesn't keep talking. How many times did he mention trains?
No, wait. Fate talks about trains
once.
Fate one brought up trains, and now we associate him with trains.
Well, not to be too grim realistic, but I doubt they'd have autistic kids at the farm. I don't know. It would make the brain taste different.
They make the brain taste better, probably.
Ooh,
maybe.
What if it's
they're super special?
What if
That's true.
It's ragu beef.
Yeah. I was. It's not really related to Promised Neverland, but I was listening to a podcast today, and they had a sponsor that the ad read for it just reminded me a lot of Promised Neverland because they're talking about some product called butcher box. I think it's like it sends you meat. You can
okay,
and it sends you meat. And part of the ad read was talking about how like if you get the butcher box meat and if you eat the meat, you don't taste fear. They raise their animals well. You taste happiness.
Oh my god!
That sounds a lot like Promise. That sounds a lot like Promise Neverland.
That's like sounds like what the house would like advertise their meat as.
Our meat isn't afraid; it's happy.
I would love to see like what if they have like ads for Gracefield, like Gracefield meat, like
they probably do.
I would love that as like a BioShock, like really creepy thing where you see the ads for it, like in the situation.
Yeah. Oh,
that would be awesome. That would be sick. This is what I want.
That'd be really dank.
It would be dank. I want to see this now, but I guess what else happened? Did something nothing happened this episode besides Crony with the doll?
I thought stuff did happen.
Well,
it did, but it went by fast.
There was a lot of Crony stuff with Norman and then there was some Mama stuff, and then there was Mama and Crony stuff. I feel like we don't really get. I feel like we don't get to. Well, how should I say this? I'm dumb. I don't know how to talk.
No, you're good.
What is English? What is English?
You won't get English. No, Smurf. You won't get shipped off until you're 12. I believe in you.
Habla no inglés. I feel like they haven't really focused on Mama's face as much. Like in this that sounds weird, but in this episode, I feel like they really, really highlighted just how purple her eyes are.
Yeah,
for the first, the first time.
Yeah. The one part when
I was just like, I just thought like, man, those are some good looking eyes.
Yep,
she's a beautiful woman.
All
she's beautiful.
of Mama is good looking.
Mama is definitely smash.
That's like the only.
Definitely
smash. She is the most smash out of all the characters.
No, but Crone though. Crone
smashes you. You don't smash Crone.
So she's Russian.
Yeah, this pour one out for Cav. We haven't seen him in a year, but Crone. I just remember Crone smashing the tree, and I was like, yeah, she's gonna destroy. She can destroy anything.
Anyone,
and anything.
Destroy the child.
She looks so tall.
I think she's about 6 foot or a little bit less, maybe like 5'11".
I feel like she's like I feel like in Japan they would think she's really tall, and that would be like 5'10". But to us, she'd be like 6'4". But I'm not sure because I remember them saying,
6'4", I'm terrified. I'm running. That's scary.
Wait, they have in the like art for the show, they like had them up against a thing, right? I remember someone like noting like Mama's height from that, but I don't remember
because Mama's very tall too.
I thought she was 5'7".
I don't remember.
I'm on her Wikipedia page and I don't really see anything. Although it looks like there's a panel from, I guess like a spin-off manga, like that comedy spin-off maybe, where Crone is in a bikini, and that's an image I did not need to see. Let's be real.
I'm curious. I'm actually
Wait, what's the premise of the spin-off? Because I think
it's just like a chibi comedy.
Yeah, but like, what's the premise of it? Are they like at normal school? Because it's kind of hard to like.
I think they're still in the orphanage.
Chibi it. But it's not a demon orphanage, is it?
It might be, but it might be funny. I don't know. I should get educated on this because I've seen it and it looks kind of cute.
I haven't seen any of it at all except for like a panel or two here and there.
Yeah, it looks kind of funny. I'm down with it, but
I didn't know there was a spin-off until now.
I don't.
It's pretty new. I think it has like 5 or 6 chapters out right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually scanlated. Or
I don't know about that, but
I've seen it about
like the Promised Neverland like fan Twitter keeps tweeting out whatever new.
And then I like it, so then I was like, oh yeah, I've seen this.
Oh, I see. It's on MangaDex, but there aren't any scanlations of it.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah, I think it was pretty cool. I think they did a pretty cool job with it.
I don't see Crone's height on the wiki anywhere, so I don't know.
Huh. I don't know. I feel like she's like a head taller than Mama, so I'm gonna guesstimate that she's at least like 5'11".
Okay, they have her picture like she's like 170 centimeters, so it's 5'10".
Maybe I'm just dumb. Wait.
Someone said someone in chat said that Crone is 5'7" and Mama is 5'5".
Well, Mama is 170.
What? She's taller than that.
Mama's 170 centimeters. I don't know how that translates because I'm American.
It's like 5.57.
Okay. So Crone's 5'7". Okay.
And the thing though is like I think like even though like they might be like normal height for us, like to the kids they feel even more towering. Like they feel taller because the kids are small.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. They're probably drawn in the way that Okay.
Yeah.
Also, somebody just reminded me in the chat, it's weird that I'm the same age as Crone. She seems like way older than me.
Wait, me too.
I don't like that.
Wait, this is weird. Does this mean we're going insane and we're gonna have like creepy ass dolls too?
Yeah.
No, it means
this is my future.
It means we'll get to hang out with Mama. I'm okay with that.
Well, Mama's 31.
You want to hang out with Mama? That's scary.
I would love to hang out with Mama.
But like,
me too.
Mama's scary. Yeah,
Mama would be like
scary.
She could ship me off wherever she wanted to.
Aw. Happy late Valentine's Day.
I want her to try and intimidate me.
But I'm the chocolate. not
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think this episode was one that was kind of like the bridge between like last episode and this one. This was like this was the lead-in.
I felt like it was kind of like, okay, we're done introducing things. Now it's all just gonna start kicking.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be so good from here on out.
We keep saying. I feel like we've said that like 3 weeks in a row. This is when
it kicks off.
This is when the episode. This is when the series starts, guys. We're in the end game now.
But it's like, I don't know. It feels like it's just gonna get better and better and better, and then we're like, it's gonna be really good. I don't know how to use words right. But
I'm looking forward to the episode 12 stream where we say, okay, this is where it gets good. Like this is when it starts.
We're done with the first episode shit. Now we're in the end game. But then it would actually be the end of it. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like they're doing some good stuff, so I'm excited. Despite our gripes, which I think we all had like pretty fair gripes. I've heard various degrees of like this is great and nothing is wrong to they're ruining everything. So I think we have some like solid middle grounds.
Yeah, they're definitely not ruining it. Even though I feel like they're kind of diverging enough that I would definitely recommend reading the manga from the beginning if somebody wanted to like pick it back up once it ended. Just because then you get the whole feel of it with the internal monologues and everything.
Yeah. I feel like it's two different experiences too.
I feel like I'd recommend the manga, like to someone who hasn't even started the anime. I feel like I'd probably recommend the manga to them more, unless they just literally reading manga. In which case, I'd just say, okay, you can watch it. It's fine. Yeah, like, you'll still get a lot out of the anime, so it's not like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I recommend both.
Yeah, it's not like Tokyo Ghoul.
Be the true stan. Like, watch all of it. Never stop watching it, and never stop reading it.
Don't stop. Never stopping.
What were you saying, Jack?
I was just gonna say I was like I'd recommend the manga probably over it. I just think it pulls off the premise better.
Yeah.
With all the, It's more intense weekly, but
I don't know. If I had to choose one to recommend to somebody, I think I would choose the anime, to be honest, because it does a lot of really cool visual stuff with the cinematography and the editing and the camera angles, and there's the voice actors. So it's like I feel like that's just kind of too much to miss out on. Like, yeah, the internal monologues are cool, and I definitely recommend reading the manga too. But if you have to choose one, I'm gonna go with the anime on this one.
But like, I just think the imagery and like all the interesting like panels, I just think, especially Sister Crone, I just think everything is done better in the manga. Like. That is probably my biggest complaint about it.
Yeah.
Just like Crone's overall design in the anime. I think it's a little too round, a little too weird. But I thought in this episode they did pretty good. Like some of her facial expressions.
I thought she was way rounder in the manga.
I was rereading it back, and she's way scarier and just way more of an intimidating presence in the manga. And just seeing her in this episode, I think this is the best like representation of her.
Yeah.
With the part when she's walking down the hallway and it's the camera.
Yeah.
It's following her and she's doing like those creepy ass faces. I was like, good job. It was good stuff, but manga's good and the anime is pretty good. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's tough because I think what I predict will happen, which I'm not sure how accurate this is I think the manga is already going to go down as like one of the best, at least like thriller manga, or at least one of the best like new not new anymore, but recent Shonen Jump manga. So I think it's always going to have its status as a great manga. Whereas I think that The Promised Neverland will be remembered as like a really like potentially be remembered as a great thriller anime that came out in a great year. But I don't know if it's going to be remembered with as high regard as the manga. If that makes sense.
I think I can agree with that.
Yeah,
that's fair. I can.
Yeah.
And I think like I'm still cool with that because I think that's still pretty great. So it's like I don't feel bad like recommending the anime to people who I think would like it, but I know it's just not going to be the same. But it's not going to be like, it's not at the point where it's like a Hunter x Hunter or JoJo adaptation where it like completely brings it to life. But it's also not Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, but that's kind of a low bar.
Thank God.
It's not a Shokugeki. That's a slightly higher bar.
Well, Shokugeki is still
Shokugeki was good for 2.5 or for what, like 5 cores before it.
Yeah, Shokugeki was that like Shokugeki wasn't like irredeemable, and I think the first season was good. Whereas like
the first season of that, yeah.
Whereas like Tokyo Ghoul fans are still like dead. Like I don't think they've come back from any of the anime adaptations.
But Tokyo Ghoul had a good first season too. I'm gonna stand by that.
Well, I mean, it was good, but it wasn't like it still cut out a lot and did a lot of the censorship was still awful, like horrific.
That's true.
There was that point. There's a point when Kaneki goes to like walk into like a room, but he notices there's a plate on the floor. And he like reacts to it, and then the camera pans down to show the plate, but it's just the entire floor is black from censorship. And then I'm like, what is he even? I don't even know what he's looking at. And then he like steps over the black, and I was like, what is he doing? And then I looked it up later, and people were like, yeah, there's this plate there, just with like some blood on it. I was like, really? That's it?
that's actually it. Anime is weird. Why do they do this thing sometimes? Yeah. So I think it's still good. I think I was like actually really scared of the adaptation, especially because Cloverworks did Persona 5 last year. I'm still mad. That was a move. Yeah. So still crying over that. And then I remember like even something like Grand Blue got like a really adaptation. So I was scared that they were going to ruin it.
Yeah,
and make
but that's
cry.
Zero. That's Zero G. Zero G sucks.
Yeah, but you never know.
Cloverworks sucks too. Like I haven't liked anything from just Cloverworks, really.
I'm not a big fan of Cloverworks as a whole.
Well, it's just an A1.
Or A1. Not to sound like someone like on the circle jerk or whatever against A1, but I have a history with A1, and it is not necessarily a positive one.
Well, they haven't been A1 for a few seasons now.
Yeah. But even just Cloverworks is kind of.
That's just the thing, though, with like these studios. Like you roll the dice, and I think this was like a positive roll, not a negative roll.
It's definitely their best anime, I think.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Bunny Girl fans on Death Watch, but oh well.
Yeah.
I ain't sorry.
Sorry.
Bunny Girl looked great for 11 episodes.
I don't know when it stopped looking the same way, but I'll take your word for it.
Episode 12.
I thought it looked the same every episode, but
I had some really, really janky character animation in the last episode.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember like, Bunny Girl.
There's like a shot of Sekita running, and it just looks fucking awful.
Yeah, I believe that because I don't think that was like a visually good series. It was just like it was just there.
It was passable.
Yeah,
they didn't like it didn't really have any action or like things they really needed to animate, so it looked fine. Yeah. But like but when they actually needed to animate something, it was like, ugh. But I feel like Promised Neverland is mostly the same. There's not really a whole lot they need to animate, so I think they've spend more time on things.
Yeah,
I think they can spend more time on like character models and background and stuff. Camera angles, stuff like that.
Like the camera angles, I like the creativity they put in there. It's just the backgrounds I feel are kind of flat. Not too big a fan.
Yeah,
I didn't like today. Oh, okay. Did anyone notice? There was a section. When was it? I think it was right before Ray took the picture of Norman and Emma, where it did like a close up of Norman, and then the camera just like panned up. Like really weird, and then it cut to Emma, and the camera panned up. Really, like it just looked really weird. It looked like they were like on an elevator, just like going down. And it just stood out to me so much, and I couldn't.
I don't remember that.
I remember
like Evangelion elevator scene.
And then there was also the shot of Ray and not Ray. Norman and Emma about to walk into Crone's
room. I remember
and the camera's
that one.
like panning up towards the ceiling, or like the
I remember that one.
You can clearly tell that everything around them is CG, and they're just like,
the CG house is kind of
the CG
house is kind of the worst part of it.
I like it sometimes.
Worst character,
I like
the CG house is a bad character.
Worst girl.
Worst girl. The CG house.
It sucks. Yeah.
I like it.
I'm gonna nominate Gracefield House Orphanage in next year's Best Girl contest.
Ooh.
That's gonna lose.
I think
you need to make it a character.
You're gonna nominate
Antarctica couldn't be a character. I doubt that the house will be able to
Antarctica can be a character.
Yeah, that's true. I like the idea of like you can add the wall, like the wall chan or something, like make that like best girl of the show.
You think that's actually like Wall Maria from Attack on Titan?
Yo, they've done the edits for it where they have like Mama looking over the wall.
They have
looking at them like Attack on Titan style. I like that. I think they've done some good memes for the series, which is like ultimately what I asked for.
Because when I think of Promised Neverland, I don't think of a series that's easy to meme.
If there's a will, there's a way. But I do think, Kaguya has stolen the show. Yeah, exactly. I think Kaguya has stolen this show for memes, but they've that was calculated. As soon as they did the third ending, they knew.
Oh, they knew. They had you on lock. They had you on a leash. That's what they did.
Yeah, we've still been a slave to Kaguya, but I'm liking that too. But that's
Would you say we're sleeping slaves to Kaguya?
I know that reference. Thank you. Thank you, Smurf. Very cool.
Very cool.
You're welcome.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think will happen next week in an educated guess? Even though we know,
educated guess. I just heard the chapters back.
Yeah, me too.
I feel bad. I feel bad being like, what do you guys?
Well, we're obviously gonna learn what was in the letter and what was up with that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And then
I predict that we're gonna get another cliffhanger.
We've done that pretty consistently, I think.
We Parasite now.
Cliffhanger the anime. That's what it is. That's
Parasite was real Cliffhanger the anime.
I liked that though because I was binging that.
I watched it weekly.
And then also something that they were gonna do in the episode that they showed that Emma and Norman are going to like inspect outside the wall. Because they were planning, because Ray was like, okay, I'm going to just check on like Dawn and Gilda, wait for my signal or whatever. So that's going to, that whole operation is probably going to happen next episode too.
That's true. Because I feel like there were like many parts of this episode where Norman went up to Ray and was like, hey, Ray, can I talk to you? And then I don't know if he like specifically talked to him, but I felt like he made such a point of going up and being like, bro, can we talk?
We got to talk.
Yeah, bro, we got to talk. And then it's just like, normal shit, like we're gonna go check out the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they couldn't say it in front of Dawn and Gilda, but
why? Yeah, he didn't say. That's the thing is he didn't say anything.
To go to another room.
Yeah, but because at first I was like, cool, Dawn and Gilda aren't being really stupid this episode; they're being useful. And then he's like, no, we gotta talk. And like, yeah, she knows about the thing.
We still gotta show them.
Yeah, and then Emma's like, I need a favor from you guys, and it's like, okay.
That was smart though to make them feel involved. I respect that.
Yeah.
Big ups to Dawn not messing up. That's a big move.
There was this part when Dawn was yelling at the kids to play tag or something.
Yeah.
I laughed really hard at that. It was just so fake. Oh my god.
Well, I'm so stupid. Like I knew what was like happening, but for some reason I thought like they were gonna do the mission then. So like they're like telling Dawn all the shit he had to do, and then they're like, "Yo, Dawn, come play tag." And I thought he was like blowing them off to go play tag. Like, for some reason, like I knew that wouldn't happen. If he's just, and then you got like Ray being like, "Guys, we shouldn't have trusted him. Look at him. Like he's just playing tag instead."
All right, guys, it's time to break out. Wait, we can't break out. I'm still it. I can't be it yet.
Like, I don't know why I thought that either. Like that makes no sense. But I'm like, yeah, Dawn is just blowing them off to go chill with the kids. But I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he's been useful.
Yep, he's redeemed himself, I think.
He's redeemed. Yeah, I think next episode is when the show really begins.
When the show begins, episode 8?
Yeah.
Episode 8, I think, yeah. That's when the show really begins. Everyone knows that the 8-episode rule is like
Yeah,
a pretty established
or
thing.
9-episode rule. It depends.
All
on-
series need to have an end game. Was that the meme?
Every show.
Show has to have an end game. Yo, shout out for that. That every show has to have an end game.
We're in the end game now.
Yo, what if
Almost.
what if we bring Alexander on for episode 12 and we have be like, can you start? Can you start the episode?
Just put the his clip just throughout the episode.
Can we do? Yeah, I'll ask him. Be like, hey, can we use your clip for something? Be like, hey fam, can you help us out?
Please,
please help us out. Yeah, I think that's all I had. I don't know if you guys had anything you wanted to share.
Nope, I didn't really have anything I needed to say. I think
Nope.
I said it all.
When we're talking about the CG house, just real quick, when they're entering Sister Crone's room, Norman and Emma, I thought they were way closer together, Crone and Norman. But then Sister Crone's room apparently is like a hallway long or something. You watch for like a whole like 10 seconds or something. That screwed my head for a second. Weird perspective shit.
It was weird because it was like they do the long drawn up like, yo, she's walking closer to them. This is some real shit. She's gonna show them the tracker, and it's like taking forever.
Forever.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I don't know.
And then the doll is in the background, and I'm like, I'm done with this doll.
I hate the doll so much.
I hate the doll. I'm so excited for the potential of the doll being gone.
They need a scene of the doll death. Then it's a 10 out of 10 show.
Yeah, there's like the actual gripes with the internal monologue. Nah, miss me with that shit. I need the doll dead. That's when I know.
But what can kill the doll?
I'm hoping they
a doll can kill another doll.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's all gone. We get a new one.
What if Mama had a doll the whole time? And then like
it makes sense because dolls, everyone knows that dolls are drawn to other dolls.
Yeah.
My god, that reminds me of that episode of The Twilight Zone with the creepy doll that like kills the weird dad. That's for another episode, but that like has traumatized me. So like miss me with creepy dolls.
I had a friend who, after watching Buffy, could no longer eat cake.
Shit.
Or no, she couldn't eat eggs, is what it was. But and then when she was eating cake, I was like, "Hey, did you know how they make cakes, right?" And she goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "You know they use eggs to make cake. You know that, right?" And she's like, "I hate you."
I actually know a cake. I know a cake recipe without any eggs because my dad's allergic to eggs, so we have a cake recipe without eggs.
Hell yeah! I also know one too. Mm-hmm.
I think my mom does too because she's vegan. But at that point, is it even like a cake or is it just sad?
It's just sad.
Oh, it's just sad. No, Urban's figured it out. It's Connie's little bunny. He's gonna fight the doll.
Yo, like if this was like some weird
bunny though. She had a big bunny.
Well, the name of it is Little Bunny.
Little Bunny.
Yo, like straight up, if this turned into some weird like Toy Story shit with the dolls fighting each other, I would not be mad.
That would be so dank.
I would not be mad.
3 episodes is just the dolls fighting.
Man, it feels weird to say dank out loud. Like that's something I'm used to like saying in chat, but when I say it out loud, it just feels lame.
It feels dank.
Yeah.
I've said that to people who don't know the context of what dank means, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's pretty dank."
I was playing a card game like over the weekend with my mom and my grandma, and they kept using the word smash, but like, as like the normal usage of the word smash.
Yeah, not just
I was just like super like we're playing some game where you're playing cards to like make like headlines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's supposed to be like kind of funny headlines, and they kept saying like somebody was smashing somebody else, and I just couldn't
Okay.
That's really funny.
I'm glad we could ruin like everyday words for you. I'm in that same boat. Like smash, nut, dank. Dank isn't an everyday word, but it's ruined for me. Yeah. Sometimes it really do be like that though.
Sometimes it do be like that. I feel you. I feel your feeling.
I feel your feelings.
Your feeling I can feel deeply. I fucked up that quote horribly. I know I did.
It sounded authentic though. That's all that counts.
I fucked it up real bad. People are gonna be mad at me. I might as well just stop reading JoJo now.
Dank, smash, nut. That's like the chant. But yeah. Dank, smash, nut.
Smash, dank nuts.
I'm glad we haven't talked about eating kids too much this episode. Like all things considered.
It's because Tay isn't here.
I've noticed that he's the main perpetrator behind people getting eaten. So I'm gonna let him know. Be like, we had a non-suspect episode because you were not talking about eating small children
or small children eating each other.
Other small children, yeah.
Whoa.
Wait. Ooh. Oof. This got oof. Yeah.
But then we didn't talk about. But then we talked about like dolls fighting other dolls.
It's always got to be something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything
it'd just be like a better. It'd be just like a better version of Karakuri Circus.
I've not seen that, but I'll have to take your word for that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but
everybody has to just take my word for it.
I agree.
It was okay.
It's Kobe says I eat small children, which is ironic because when I see Kobe, I think of Kobe steaks. So
I think of Kobe Bryant.
I think of that. That's like the natural one, but I just keep thinking of steaks now.
That is Kobe Bryant, though. I think
that's literally Kobe Bryant in the chat right now.
Oh my god! Yeah. Can everyone give a pogs for Kobe Bryant in the chat? Hell yeah!
How do you do like a verbal pogs? Like
I think you just spell it P-O-G.
Just say pogs.
Because like
saying dank.
It's like a facial expression that doesn't have like a noise. You know, like I can like make a pog face, but like that doesn't look like it. I mean, like if I make the face, like I'm doing it now.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, that's the noise.
Oh, I can't believe he did it.
He did
it. That's the noise.
Congrats.
Hey, look, people are actually putting pogs in the chat. That's cool.
I love
that. No, they're not playing pogs. Nobody's played pogs in 25 years.
Wait, Jack, who does Sister Krone remind you of? That's like a big question.
Who does Sister Krone remind me of? Who asked that question?
Hiding in Toxic.
Oh, Hiding in Toxic. Oh, is that YouTuber Hiding in Public? Might be. Of Sister Krone. I'm not sure actually. I don't know.
Hiding in Toxic reminds me of my daily life of pretending to not be toxic and failing. Just like hiding in public is always in public. Yeah.
He's always in public. Yeah. I don't know about Sister Krone. She's a beautiful woman. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, she is best girl. Well, kind of. I'll mean that she's best waifu for this. I'll give it up for
she is.
Isabella is best waifu. I'm gonna stick with that. But you all know my stance on that, so
I do. Wait. Oh yeah, I can't say this. That was a spoiler. I'll say that offline. That was funny though. But
okay.
That was actually dank. But yeah, I think that's all I got. Do you guys have any parting words to the pogs in the chat?
Get hype. I don't know.
I'm hyped.
The real show starts next week. Everyone, get excited.
Get hyped.
Yeah,
get hyped.
In the end game.
A hockey player on my team, on the team I follow, just got his first career hat trick during this podcast. So I feel like that's pretty hype.
That's some pogs. That's some pogs in the chat for that.
Yeah, that's pretty hype.
Yeah. Well, thank you to my normal crew for showing up, and thank you to Jack is Man for showing up. Really love having you on. We'll have to have you back. We'll do some more pogs in the chat. Good. Best of luck with Krone. Best of luck with 200,000 subscribers. We'll probably get that in like 2 days.
Yeah, one day. Yeah, tomorrow. All right.
I hope you remember us by next week.
Okay. No, I'll remember. I'll keep you in my mind for sure.
Hi. Cool. Just keep us in your thoughts, like in the Kingdom Hearts way. Like no matter where we go, it's still, if you think of us, that's enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Kyrie is inside me.
Kyrie is me. No.
Was it like I was the biggest nobody all along? I think that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That's a Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, sure.
That is Kingdom Hearts. Yeah.
You can say any quote and say, "I'm pretty sure that was in Kingdom Hearts."
To the Door of Darkness.
I got the best one.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts playthrough soon. Wait, this is the best one. This one is for Maz, but thank you to everyone who tuned in this week, and please tune in again next week. We have another special guest, and follow us on Twitter, follow the YouTube, join our Discord, and shitpost with us. But until then, we totally owned you, lamers. Yes, got him.
Yes.
Perfect.
Bye. Thanks, and have a good night. Abayo.
Yes.
I didn't stop it yet.